Christian spin on that word, because I think that's the context that I learned that word in. So, gosh, well, I assume if I was doing that I would be trying to make some sort of public statement. Maybe not, though. No, okay, no. If I was dying, and if I was going to do it in that kind of dramatic way, I think people can come to me. So, the hill that I would choose it on would maybe not be that public. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, it's funny because it's got a funny name. The hill that I would choose is, there's this, when I drive to my grandparents' house, they live in a little town, well, I live in a little town in Alberta, but they live more north, in a little town more north, and there's this little town called Duvernay that you have to drive through, and Duvernay basically exists on like both sides of the North Saskatchewan River, and you go like down a hill, and then you cross the river, and then you go up this like really big hill, and the town's just like nestled in the valley of the river, and then the hill like goes up, and it's called the Hairy Hill because I don't know, I guess apparently that's where buffalo used to hang out, and they used to like roll all over it, and it still happens, and they leave their like winter coat all over it, so it actually like gets hairy. It's really, it sounds gross, but it's like really beautiful, but it's like really epic, and whenever you drive towards it, the sun is always like setting or like doing something crazy dramatic, and like it's always, whenever I drive past there, and as I have recently, I'm always like that is just the most theatrical hill. And I feel like it would be a very intense picture to have someone crucify themselves on Hairy Hill with this little town beneath them
and Buffalo
by
just,
the North Saskatchewan River. And
Buffalo just flinging
like
themselves
running
on
by.
the roof.
Interesting question.
There's a word I can't read. What do you guess that word to be? I'd say hama. Hama?
Who wrote it?
Read it out loud and someone will.
Yeah, someone can.
Human, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, not hama.
Hama.
Hama. What is the best way of looking at things? What is the proper human way to think and feel? Isn't that like the best question? I mean, if you could like really get that question on lock, you'd like really... You really wouldn't have to worry about religion or philosophy. I mean, what are like the 10 Commandments besides like, this is the best way to think and feel? If I were to like condense it down to one thing that I believe in, I think the best way to look at things is an optimism that is realistic and founded in realism. I think it's one thing to be like an optimist who's like, well, that's just the way things go, but you gotta have that tinge of like, if it's not the way it should be going, you gotta have the gall to fix it. So I think the best way to think and feel is one where you realize what is going on and that you would change it if it ever slips beyond a place that you thought was an appropriate place for that thinking and feeling to be.
Eso. Is guilt ever good? Guilt.
Good question.
Yeah. My initial inclination is to say yes, but that's from much more of a theoretical standpoint.